Well, it's a bit of a surprise trip for everyone. I only told Kevin Cutler from Luton I was going, so I needed someone on the inside just to make sure I knew where they were on the day. So I turned up, 3.5 hour trip on a coach from Madrid to Mirandes, and I arrived there and I was going to just creep up on them in the bar, but our coach just happened to park outside the bar where they were all standing drinking, and they were literally like looking up at me and I was looking down at them. I didn't realise that they just didn't think that I would possibly be on a passing bus. So it was so funny. But then I caught up with them, and it was good pre-match drink, and we had other few fans turn up, people we don't really know, or they live in other parts of Spain. So it's quite a good. There's never many of us. There was about 30 in total, but it's still you have a good time. Anyway, the main point about what I'm saying is that you go to a place like Miranda de Ebro, which is in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you. It's in a valley, and the population is not more than 60,000, I would have thought, and no tourism as such, and no big money, you would have thought, big industries. And then you go to the ground, their fan base is weak. They average 4,000 fans. And even their ultra group is Armada Sur is probably the same size, so they haven't got that much backing as such, fan wise. And the stadium is, someone said it's non-league, like League Two in England, if that. Someone said it reminded him of Burton Albion, but I don't know how true that is, or they got a new ground now. I'm not sure.
No, it's still pretty.
Yeah. Anyway,
maybe you could smell the brewery. That was what he thought.
Yeah. And then the first 20 minutes they tear us apart on the pitch, and they're playing good football, we're struggling, and I'm just thinking to myself, I cannot believe how these small teams from places like this can be so much better than us. They outplay us and they're doing well in the league compared to Tenerife, the size here and the population, and I think we're underachieving big style really.
Do you think maybe, we've always said in transfer windows in the summer, we have problems attracting players because of our geographical position. Do you think that's the thing? I mean, if you're on the mainland of Spain, maybe the players are much easier to come to you, because we always seem to get, besides the money problems, we always seem to get players who are like a gamble, guys that have
not sure if they're going to turn out, really.
Yeah, we have to risk a few things. So maybe they're a bit more in the mainstream, even though they're a small club.
Well, that's a good example, Mirandes, because they're quite near Bilbao anyway, aren't they?
It's about an hour south.
They can draw on a lot of players there, and indeed there's a few ex-Bilbao players there now, isn't there? Either on loan or actually gone on free transfers. I believe that Garrett Senna and Altenekni are both free transfers.
Yeah, okay.
And they've all got one more loanee from Bilbao as well. And they're not that keen on coming over to Tenerife.
Well, obviously, if they can stay close to their family and the family home, it's a bonus for them. But I don't know. I think it's not too bad to come to the Canaries, where you can train in nice weather all year round. And if you don't like flying, obviously it's not going to suit you. That's why Bergkamp never came here.
One player that I thought they might take an interest in pre-season was Ortuno, who's obviously played with Las Palmas, but he's not actually a PO. He's from the Peninsula, and I thought, well, he doesn't mind playing in the Canary Islands, does he? So have a look. In the end, he's gone to Cadiz. He's top league scorer.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think sometimes that, Serrano doesn't even look in the right places half the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's only 6 or 7 matches played, so I'm not top
scorer
scorer now.
It'll be a while, but every year we seem to be saying the same things, don't we? After about 7 games, why couldn't he sign this one, or why couldn't he sign? How come we've got him in? And Math is basically an unknown quantity.
Well, a lot of the signings in the last 5 years have been risk signings, and they might turn good, they might turn bad. But sorted players at like 26, 28, that's the peak of their career. They know the game. That we don't seem to sign them. They're either too old or too young, in a way.
Yeah, that's what we're getting. I was sort of quite pleased to look at Aaron's age, and he was 27. I thought, my God, that's a revelation. We've got a 27-year-old in this.
But I like him as well.
I think he's done well.
Yeah, you should start every match, I think.
I mean, going on to that, as I say, looking at the starting 11, it's basically been the same starting 11 for about 4 games now, and something like that.
Yeah, well, don't change your winning side. I mean,
well, but you can change it now because it's the losing side as well now, isn't it? So,
I mean, so we're a bit negative today, maybe, but because we're not too bad. We won 3 games on the trot, which I think is a club record. You know, it seems like it. We're in the next round of the cup.
We'll talk about that later. I was still looking at this triangle now: Vitolo, Crosses, and Aitor. And is there really room for 3 of them? Is there really room for 3?
Don't worry, Aitor's just about to get his first suspension, so he's been working out on that.
For that to happen, he's got to be able to play another game, isn't he? For me,
bring him on 5 minutes to get his work in.
I think he's been great last few years. I think he's been one of our best players. But
I think
there isn't room for all of them. And Vitolo seems to command a place on the team sheet without any arguments or anything like that.
Yeah, well,
and Crosses has just got that little bit more vitality about him.
Mm-hmm.
He's certainly better in the air. Not many of us are that good.
It's a luxury to have 3 of the players of similar sort of ilk.
But that's pulling us back to be in a defensive position, and I think that was our biggest problem on Sunday, was that we were giving them far too much respect, really.
Well, that's it. I think Aitor's distribution is awful. You know, I could never have him working on the papers at Island Connections on the delivery run because, you know, he can't deliver that final ball. You know?
Yeah, I know.
And Vitolo, that's never been his game. And then Mark Crossas likes to play the sort of the easy ball.
No, well, but having said that, as I say, he just seems to have just a yard extra. I mean,
I like Mark. I think he's good.
Aitor's 32 now as well, isn't he? And as I was saying before, we've got a lot of 30-year-olds in the side.
So I think the job they both do, one could do maybe, and we can play someone up a bit higher.
Well, the right-hand side's looking weak in my book as well, where it didn't look weak before. Now we've got Amath with Camille behind him. All of a sudden, Suso on the right. I mean, Suso's been working really hard, but with Kamara behind him, he does make that right-hand side look weak.
Well, Martin Doyle's happy now because we've got a left.
We've got somebody down the left-hand side. They just don't pass the ball down there.
Oh no!
But Amath has, he's perhaps got a little bit too much pressure on him now, because he does all these mazy runs, and all of a sudden it just comes to nothing because he falls over his feet or
the ball gets trapped in his legs. And
why these kids don't learn that, you are allowed to pass the ball. You're not expected to do 100% of everything. You can't, They might have been able to do it at youth level, run rings around 3 or 4 defenders and put the ball in the net. They can't do that anymore.
It comes with experience and composure. That I mean, the Miranda's second goal where he nutmegged him, I looked up and his composure, and he just breathed just before he was going to kick the ball. Looked up, and I don't want to be too harsh, but I think Amath would have fluffed his lines there.
No, one-on-one. That's right. But he's not done too bad. I mean, two assists for goals, and we are getting the ball to the byline more. We just not the central players. We're not getting enough players in the bottom. I noticed with Morandi's, they had like a ton of players in the box. Yeah. Once the ball at the bottom, they actually had a ton of players waiting. They couldn't, all queuing up.
Well, that's part of the problem as well. You have 3 defensive midfielders for them to get up and back, and up and back is almost impossible. So,
I think inevitably there will be changes this Sunday. He's got to try and shake it up.
I wouldn't do too much, but I think I would give Amath a rest, and I'd put Aaron in.
It's easy for you to say.
Hey?
No, but I'd say on the radio they said Giuini's going to play up front with Choco.
2 centre forwards.
Yeah. I wouldn't object to that.
The old Wimbledon days, isn't it?
I wouldn't object to that. I think they could work something out together. I thought on the 0-0 one at home, Choco had a fairly quiet game by his standards, and maybe with someone to take a little bit of pressure off him alongside him, it might work. We'll try it. We can't, So
I think it's time to put Cristo Gonzalez back in the squad. If anything, just on the bench.
Yeah. I thought he'd be on the bench, but
he's been a naughty boy.
He seems to have really blighted his copybook with the club. But,
no, but he has been injured. It's not nothing to do with
but he was fit again at the weekend, wasn't he? I believe.
Yeah, but not right just yet.
Apparently, his little quiff's just a little bit out of sync at the moment, but it'll be all right when he's had that done.
So the game's coming up, confirmed games that is. Obviously, as we sit here today, it all depends when you're viewing this, on Dave or something like that. Sunday's October 2nd, home to Getafe. What time's the coach leaving?
2:30 this Sunday.
Right.
Busy, yeah.
Okay, and then we've got away to Reus. Is that how you say it?
Reus.
On the October the 8th. That's a 3 o'clock kick-off. Are you still having trouble getting links? Because like Colin had a real problem on Sunday.
Oh, I was chasing. I had to force myself to go in about 20 bars.
He
to try
was
and find
walking
one.
around the hall. He even got as far as the buzz bar.
Yeah.
And they said it weren't on, although he thought it was a 4 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, because that was what is on.
Yeah.
Sticky's on Armada Sur.
I apologise. Actually, I got that wrong on the news sheet as well. I think.
Oh,
I had it down as 4 o'clock on the news sheet, but
it was 3 o'clock here, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it was 4. Yeah.
But he went all the way from there to Dreamers, and he still couldn't.
Yeah.
We got a big. Well, I'll go back to this next Sunday. We've got a big group from Inverness coming over.
We have,
So,
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
4 and 20 of them, is it?
Scooty. Yeah. Pardon?
It's not 4 and 20 of them, is it?
Don't understand that.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So yeah. Hello to the Inverness section.
Is that in Scottish? Is that in Scottish?
Sorry about the accent, but it's the way they talk. No.
It's all right. I'll put subtitles.
It's like playing with Mike Yarwood, really. But actually, I have to ask your mums about that.
And then October the 12th, on the Facebook group, actually it says September the 12th. The cup
I've
game.
changed it already.
Have you
Yeah,
changed it
changed
this
today.
afternoon? I noticed this morning. Valladolid away.
Cup.
Yeah, well, just a cup game in it, so we'll probably give our reserves a run like everybody does.
Yeah.
And
I'd hope to think they wouldn't. They get to this stage.
Yeah.
You've got that wrong as well. Did you put that one right
Yeah,
as well?
put it right. Yeah, don't worry.
October the 16th.
Cadiz.
Cadiz.
Yeah.
And that's at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
2018. Oh no, hang on,
Yeah.
So that's
That'll
actually
be Bayern Munich then.
our first 2 Sunday kickoffs of the season, actually.
Yes.
Oh.
And then it's
Friday, Saturday, and Thursday. You're right.
Yeah. That's good. Cadiz will bring over some away fans. They're very good travellers like that.
Are they coming on a ferry? Because they can get a ferry. They can get a ferry
Yeah.
Yeah.
down.
It only takes 2 days.
It takes 4 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Bars open all the time. Who cares? Yeah.
That's okay if you want to bring your own car.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that being that.
And on Sunday after we were away, they've just confirmed it.
Who's that?
We're away the Sunday afterwards on October to
I'll flash it up on the screen.
I can't remember.
Because I can't remember.
I
Yeah.
think it's Camberwick
Okay.
Green.
Yeah.
Just we go through those yellow cards. Itour is on 4, but everybody else is on 2 or less.
Right.
Funnily enough,
That's
I'm
not too
quite
bad.
surprised at that actually after 7 or 8 games that no one
Yeah.
else has made any more than 2. So that being that, we'll see you at the games and probably see you in about another. Well, we said 4 weeks last time, didn't we? But this turned out to be about 6 weeks. So there's, the blame is totally Collins. Who he's still not sort of letting on what he's doing, but we think cakes are involved. So seeing as like Mel and Sue have left the Bake Off, we're not sure. He might have found a new job
about that.
with Channel 4.
Yeah.
So, but until then, cheers to everybody. Have a dorada, and we'll see you very soon.
Yeah, or have a fancy cocktail. That's